The key to buying your wealth faster and applying your wealth quicker isn't buying the next meme coin or trying to trade your wealth faster. It's about understanding a few simple lessons. The real cheat codes I learned the hard way. Well, today I'm gonna tell you 15 lessons that you need to know into getting into Bitcoin right now. If you haven't saw my channel, my name is Debo. Crypto world, get into the real crypto content now. I'm gonna share with you 15 lessons I know quicker and how you can use them to play your Bitcoin, crypto, stocks, all that stuff. Starting with lesson number 1, the paradigm shift. The paradigm shift is Bitcoin isn't a stock. It's not like another Wall Street toy. The reason why the distinction is so big and so powerful is because when you think of it just like a stock, it is thinking about like allocating stocks and buying low and selling high. You completely miss out the entire shift that's really happening. How big is that gonna be, and how big is this gonna be, and that causes a block. Sell out with little bits of profit, and I heard countless people of not selling it at the good time, but I heard multiple of them stories. Well, they missed out of when it went to 30, 40, 50 and gone up from there. So the action to take here is reread the Bitcoin white piece of paper here. Understand what the Bitcoin white paper says, and list and think about big ways how Bitcoin can change versus fear. If you can think of that and how big this is. Lesson number 2 I had to learn, which I should have known sooner, is the early learning move early on, which we're gonna get into that in a second. Bitcoin rewards early movement, not later confection. So when I first heard of Bitcoin, it probably was like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it probably was like, I would say when I got in my finance career class, I would say this was maybe March, and I knew I wanted to get into Bitcoin and that type of stuff, stocks and everything like that. I understand some people was skeptical or think it's a scam, but what I would say, since I know like so many people are in the Bitcoin nowadays, I started position today with $50 or $100. Because the reason why I said that, because at $50 or $100 is not a lot of risk for, well, I can say for some. But yeah. Once you put a little money into it, it will change your mindset and allow you to keep going or keep growing. Things in that nature. Lesson number 3 is what should I know now that I know later is or I said it backwards, is the stack core rule. And what I mean by that is, think of it as a stock. We want to see how much to allocate it to. Now, if you watch my content at all, you know I talk about heavy on Bitcoin and how to keep it in. Well, I'm going to talk about how to keep it and not sell it at the right price. At the right price. If y'all know what I mean. Well, some people think of that as if I buy it here, then sell it here. If I buy it there, then sell it there. No. So what I would do is define where your core stack is. Some Bitcoin that I would never sell, and some Bitcoin that I would sell. What if you wanna basically save some for buy it when you're younger and sell it when you get old and things in that nature. So for example, I think Bitcoin would hit a 10x for me. $1 million by 2030. That's a few years difference from here, as we know now. But you could do is say, I want to keep some Bitcoin and save it for my grandkids, or it go to my grandkids, and keep growing it, and they can keep growing it as they go on. And you would say you would like to make a profit, and basically you would give some to your kids and sell some at 2030. What I just said. It will be at $1 million by 2030. And if it's at $1 million, you sold at $1 million. So you made $1 million profit, and basically you get it back. You understand what I'm saying now? Lesson number 4 is understand the adoption curve length. There's something I don't talk about quite often, but this catch people off guard. And when you understand this, you understand technology. And once you look at this, you look at the S-dot curve. See, one curve is going this way up, and one curve is going like this, swooping down. See, you want to follow that curve that's going up and not swooping down back to 0. And my understanding is allow us to be more patient with that part of Bitcoin. And you see, most people that come into Bitcoin expect way too much too soon. And what you see with that, if you understand the S curve, then you understand how long you're waiting for. It's the S-curves work by where the way that S-curve work is when you seeing it go from 0 to 10% adoption. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this video today, and I'll drop it today for y'all. I promise that I'll drop it today. So there'll be parts of this video, but this video will be called for lessons, I know. But I'll be posting more, so there will be more. But I'm gonna upload this video and then come back and make another.